In this video I'm going to show you my Visio Smart Shape for CBus lighting. Now you may ask, why am I creating a shape for CBus when they've got Visio shapes on their website? And that would be because their shapes are pretty outdated now. There's a lot of products that they don't even have Visio stencils for. That's one of the reasons, and the other reason is that their shapes that they've got have a few flaws. So if I just use one of their shapes now and show you some of the flaws that their shapes have. So I've pulled out a Visio shape that's a voltage-free relay. Now what I don't like is when you click on them and resize them, the text gets all jumbled. So you can see here that the text is all run into itself and is all moved, and that's very messy. Okay, so that's one of the things that I don't like. If I undo that, if you want to change the colour of the blue portion, you will see that they've, let's have a look, we'll make it green. You'll see where it says Clipsal and CBus 2, that they've got purple backgrounds, and that's because they've used an image, like a photo. You'll also see that the white writing is hard to see on a light background. That's fine on a dark background, but on a light one you just can't see it. So that's two of the things I don't like. Another thing I don't like is if you click on this and say I wanted to make it exactly 50 millimeters in size, I can't just come to this window here, type a height of 50 mil, type it in there, because what happens is the aspect ratio isn't maintained. So it'll become 50 mils high, but it's now the wrong width, and I have to try and work out what width I need to make it as well. All little simple things to fix, but you know, when you're doing drawings you want to be able to do them as quickly as possible. Right, so let me show you my drawings. So I've got this one shape, and this one shape is unique in that it can take on many different shapes. Right, so if I just show you some of the features at the moment. So I put all the screw terminals on my one, just so you can show where cabling is actually connected to. I put a bit of Dymo tape so we can put a label on there. You can hide it by clicking on hide, or you can show it, and that's just a right click. You will see that the writing on top of the blue can change automatically based on what colour you have. So if we go to that same green colour, you'll see that the white writing turned black for better contrast. So if we go back to the previous colour, the writing has gone back to white. So that doesn't matter what colour you're using, you'll always be able to see the text. Okay, which is really, really handy. Right, so let's have a look at some of the other features, and these are the better features of my stencils. If you right click on your shape, go to data and shape data, up comes a window that's called the shape data window. Now the first item is the catalog number. Okay, so if I go and choose a different product from the CBus range, you will see that this device here changes to reflect what has been selected. So if I choose a CBus Shack, all of a sudden the device changes. If I choose the auxiliary input unit, it changes. All screw terminals reflect what it is. The catalog number updates, and I can do that for any of the 30 odd devices that CBus has in their range. Okay, the tag name is what appears on the middle of this label. Okay, and I can change that by just clicking on it, and I can type custom label. Okay, if we go down to where it says group 1 and we type in here, you could type in kitchen light, and now a label appears at the bottom of the device, and we can show what load is connected to this device. So here we've got a universal, we've got a dimmer, and it's got 4 channels, and we know that load 1 is connected to terminal 1, and we could make the other ones dining. Okay, and we can just show that load 2, which is this terminal here, is connected to the dining room lights. And I can do that for as many channels as we have. Alright, I can also shrink the device and everything stays perfectly in relationship to each other. But the absolute best feature of this stencil is the ability for me to link it to the CBus Toolkit database. So in Toolkit, there is a button called Document Database. You hit it, you get an Excel spreadsheet. You go to Visio, link data, choose the Excel workbook, and then go and find that Excel database or spreadsheet, and you link it with Visio. Now this will only work for the top tier Visio product, so like that's the Visio Professional and I think Visio 360. Okay, so now I've got an external data window, which is basically just my toolkit Excel spreadsheet. So if we have a look in the first row, address number 10 is a dimmer that's called dimmer 1, and it's a universal dimmer. We've got the serial number, firmware version. Okay, so all I need to do to start documenting all these products that are in the toolkit is make sure that this is enabled, that I've got that highlighted, and now all I need to do is just pull them up onto the page. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, and I can just do that for as many as I need to. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see that the first one was called dimmer 1, and you can see here it's called dimmer 1. Okay, so it's pulled in their correct information. You can see that all the loads are correct, so we've got bar spots in group 1, yep. So that's really, really handy. Okay, you're probably asking what happens if you pull in a PC interface. Well, it changes and the image looks like a PC interface to reflect the catalog number. Okay, so really, really simple to use. You get it 100% correct every time, and I think this is well worth the money to buy my CBus Smart Shape. You're going to save the money it costs for these stencils in the first time you use it. Now what I'll do is I'll just show you roughly what I do. So basically I have a page that has all the, depicts the CBus switchboard. If we look at the top DIN rail, now I just stick some placeholder devices there, and then I can just literally go through and drag onto these placeholder images, and they all update. Okay, so you can see here that it's taking me no time at all to document the switchboard. Okay, now I won't bother doing all of them because it's just repeating the same thing over and over, but it looks professional, it is very quick to do, and you will absolutely love this CBus stencil. Alright, cheers.